Do not be anxious about what will happen tomorrow, for the same everlasting Father who cares for you today will take care of you tomorrow and every day. Either he will shield you from suffering, or he will give you unfailing strength to bear it. Every single one of us has felt the sting of regret at some point, those moments when we wish we could turn back time and make a different choice. Now, what if I told you that some of the wisest people in history had a secret to living without regrets? It's true, the ancient Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, mastered the art of maintaining tranquility and making decisions with a clear, unwavering vision. Today, we're diving deep into their world, not just to explore philosophy, but to extract practical, actionable advice that can transform the way we face every single day, from managing stress and anxiety to making choices that align with our deepest values. The wisdom of Stoicism isn't just about understanding the past, it's about taking charge of our future. Stick around because you're not just going to learn about these philosophical giants. You're going to discover how to use their teachings to lead a more fulfilling, regret-free life. Let's unlock the power of Stoic wisdom together, and I promise you will walk away with a toolkit that might just change your life. And before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay with us throughout the entire video because each segment is packed with insights that build on each other, helping you harness the full power of Stoic wisdom to revolutionize your life. Number 1. Everything is just history repeating. Marcus Aurelius faced one of the most devastating pandemics in history, the Antonine Plague. This catastrophe could have led to mass hysteria and chaos, but Aurelius chose a path of calm and deliberate action. He implemented practical measures such as subsidizing funeral costs, recruiting new soldiers, and even selling personal possessions to fund military endeavors. His responses were not driven by fear, but by rational decision-making, a hallmark of Stoic philosophy. This historical episode teaches us a profound lesson in resilience and perspective. Stoicism encourages us to see the repetitive patterns in human history. Marcus Aurelius himself said, "Look back over the past with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future, too." This insight suggests that by studying history, we can prepare better for the challenges we face today. Indeed, the notion that history often repeats itself isn't just a cliché, but a grounding principle that can offer us comfort. It tells us that the trials we endure are not unique, that others have faced similar, if not the same struggles. In connecting this Stoic wisdom with the thoughts of other philosophers, we find echoes of similar sentiments. For instance, the Greek philosopher Heraclitus noted that nothing is permanent except change. This aligns with the Stoic understanding that the world is in a constant state of flux, and that our experiences are merely part of a larger recurring cycle of events. Furthermore, Aristotle observed, "He who learns must suffer, and even in our sleep, pain that cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart, and in our own despite, against our will, comes wisdom to us by the awful grace of God." This suggests that adversity is a necessary conduit for learning and growth. Today, as we face global challenges, be they health crises, environmental issues, or societal upheaval, we can draw strength from these lessons of history. The current events may seem unprecedented, yet if we look through the lens of history, we see a tapestry of human endurance and adaptability. This perspective doesn't just serve to comfort us, it empowers us. It encourages us to approach problems with the same rational and composed mindset that Marcus Aurelius exemplified. By embracing history, we do not just learn about the past, we also learn how to face the future. Stoicism teaches us that our reactions to events are within our control, even if the events themselves are not. Epictetus articulated this when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset can transform our approach to modern crises, helping us to see them not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and improvement. Embracing history through a Stoic lens involves recognizing the cyclical nature of events and understanding that our current challenges are part of a larger historical context. This recognition helps us remain balanced and proactive rather than reactive and overwhelmed. By studying how figures like Marcus Aurelius dealt with adversity, we can equip ourselves with the wisdom to handle our own crises with grace and resilience. Number 2. Ignore the noise. Marcus Aurelius once insightfully noted, "We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This profound observation highlights a common human paradox, where our self-interest often gets overshadowed by our concern for others' opinions. In today's digital age, this issue is more prevalent than ever as we are constantly inundated with a barrage of opinions, news, and social media updates. This overwhelming flow of information can significantly amplify our worries and anxieties. Marcus Aurelius teaches us a valuable lesson in Stoicism: the importance of filtering out the noise to focus on what truly matters, our own values and actions. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to maintain our focus on our own conduct and character, rather than getting swept away by the sea of external opinions. It's about recognizing what is within our control and letting go of what isn't. As Epictetus famously said, "Only the educated are free." This education isn't just academic. It's also about understanding the wisdom of emotional independence and discernment in the face of external pressures. This Stoic principle of focusing on oneself and ignoring external noise is critical in our modern context. It teaches us not to be driven by the fear and greed that often permeate public opinions and media sensationalism. These external forces can cloud our judgment and detract from our inner peace and clarity. By adhering to our personal values and focusing on our actions, we can maintain a clear path forward, undisturbed by the chaos that might surround us. This concept of ignoring the noise resonates not just in Stoicism, but also in other philosophical traditions. Socrates emphasized the importance of self-knowledge with his dictum, "Know thyself." He implied that true wisdom and peace come from understanding one's own nature and not being swayed by the opinions of the masses. Similarly, Plato spoke about the allegory of the cave, which can be interpreted as a call to focus on the enlightening truth of reality rather than the shadows cast by society's falsehoods. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we learn to prioritize our mental and emotional resources towards what genuinely benefits us, fostering resilience and a sense of autonomy. We learn to distinguish between useful feedback and mere noise. This discernment allows us to remain steadfast in our principles and undisturbed by the often unfounded fears that can otherwise guide public sentiment. By practicing the Stoic principle of ignoring the noise, we equip ourselves to navigate the complexities of modern life with greater composure and effectiveness. We learn to trust in our own reasoned decisions and maintain our course with confidence, free from the distracting and often misleading clamor that seeks to divert us. Number 3. Practice mindfulness. Stoicism teaches us that the essence of a well-lived life isn't just about enduring difficulties, but truly finding joy and presence in each moment. Marcus Aurelius provided a powerful directive in this regard. Remind yourself that it is not the future or what is past that afflicts you, but always the present. This wisdom encourages us to shift our focus from what was or what will be to what is. By centering our attention on the present moment, we engage fully with our current tasks and circumstances, which can significantly reduce anxieties about future uncertainties. Mindfulness, a core component of Stoic practice, involves a conscious effort to be aware of our environment, our emotions, and our thoughts without judgment. This awareness anchors us in the now, helping us to break free from the endless cycle of worry and speculation that can cloud our minds. It teaches us to appreciate the current moment, whether it involves simple daily routines or more complex tasks, finding depth and satisfaction in the immediate experience. Epictetus emphasized the importance of concentrating on the present with his advice. Do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go well. This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that peace comes from aligning our desires with reality rather than wishing reality to be different. Moreover, the practice of mindfulness has parallels in the broader philosophies of Aristotle and Plato, who also valued the importance of being attentive to the present. Aristotle spoke of virtuous action, which involves being mindful of our actions and choosing those that align with virtue in the present moment. Plato, on the other hand, suggested that true knowledge and happiness come from understanding the forms, which can be seen as an encouragement to deeply engage with the reality of the present to grasp the truth behind appearances. In practical terms, mindfulness can be cultivated through various simple but effective practices. Taking a few minutes each day to meditate, focusing on one's breath or the sensations in the body can enhance our ability to stay present. Similarly, engaging fully in tasks, whether it's eating, walking, or conversing without the distraction of our digital devices, can heighten our appreciation of the current moment and reduce stress. This emphasis on the present is not merely about ignoring the future, but about cultivating a quality of attention that makes us more effective and responsive in our current actions, which in turn prepares us better for whatever the future holds. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to live more fully, less burdened by unnecessary worries, and more enriched by the beauty of the immediate. This Stoic practice thus becomes a powerful tool in our modern lives, helping us navigate complexities with a calm, clear, and present-focused mindset. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routine allows us to connect more deeply with our experiences, fostering a sense of peace and fulfillment that transcends the chaos of external circumstances. It reminds us that life is lived in the present, and by embracing it fully, we can transform our existence into one of greater clarity and joy. Number 4, change what you can, accept what you can't. The core of Stoic philosophy rests on the principle of differentiating between what we can control and what we cannot. This principle is succinctly captured in the Serenity Prayer, often attributed to the American theologian Reinhold Niebuhr. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This idea resonates deeply with Stoic teachings, where the focus is on accepting our limitations and directing our energy towards what we can influence. Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reinforces the notion that our true power lies in our thoughts, responses, and actions rather than external circumstances. Understanding and accepting this distinction allows us to conserve our mental and emotional energy, investing it where it can make a meaningful difference. This Stoic wisdom encourages a proactive approach to life's challenges, promoting resilience and adaptability. When we focus on changing what we can, we become agents of positive change in our lives and communities. Conversely, accepting what we cannot change frees us from the frustration and helplessness that often accompanies futile efforts to control the uncontrollable. Epictetus also emphasized this principle, urging us to concentrate on our own will and actions. He said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This pragmatic approach is empowering, providing a clear guideline for where to direct our efforts and when to let go. It's a call to practical wisdom, encouraging us to evaluate situations objectively and act within our sphere of influence. This principle is echoed in the teachings of other philosophical traditions as well. The Taoist philosophy, for example, speaks of going with the flow of life, accepting its natural course while making mindful decisions within that flow. Similarly, in Buddhism, the concept of equanimity involves accepting the impermanence of all things and finding balance amidst life's ups and downs. By embracing the Stoic principle of changing what we can and accepting what we cannot, we cultivate a balanced perspective on life. This approach reduces stress and increases our sense of control and well-being. It teaches us to focus on personal growth and improvement, recognizing that while we cannot change every situation, we can always change our response to it. In practical terms, this might involve setting realistic goals, practicing gratitude for what we have, and developing coping strategies for dealing with challenges. It also means building a support system of friends, family, or mentors who can provide guidance and perspective. By practicing this Stoic principle, we learn to navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease and confidence. We become more resilient, adaptable, and ultimately more content with our lives, knowing that we are making the best use of our abilities while accepting the natural flow of events beyond our control. Number 5, focus on the common good. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and the common good. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the interconnectedness of all people and the significance of contributing to society. He said, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." This perspective highlights the Stoic view that our well-being is inherently tied to the well-being of others, and that by working towards the common good, we also enhance our own lives. This principle encourages us to look beyond our individual needs and consider how our actions impact those around us. It fosters a sense of responsibility and encourages us to contribute positively to our communities, be it through kindness, service, or active participation in civic life. By focusing on the common good, we align our personal goals with broader societal values, creating a more harmonious and supportive environment for everyone. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, also emphasized the value of contributing to the public good. He stated, "No man can live happily who has regard to himself alone and transforms everything into a question of his own utility. You must live for your neighbor if you would live for yourself." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief in the interdependence of individual and collective well-being. This principle is not unique to Stoicism. Many philosophical and religious traditions emphasize the importance of community and altruism. Confucianism, for example, advocates for the cultivation of virtue and the importance of familial and social harmony. Similarly, many indigenous cultures place a strong emphasis on community and the well-being of the collective, recognizing that individual prosperity is linked to the health of the community. In practical terms, focusing on the common good can involve various actions, from volunteering and supporting local initiatives to fostering inclusive and respectful environments in our workplaces and social circles. It also means being mindful of how our choices, from the products we buy to the policies we support, affect the broader community and environment. By adopting this Stoic principle, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more just and equitable society. This focus on the common good helps us build stronger, more resilient communities and promotes a sense of purpose and fulfillment in our own lives. It reminds us that our actions matter, and that by working together, we can create positive change that benefits everyone. By adopting these 5 key Stoic principles, we can navigate modern challenges with resilience and clarity, just as the great thinkers of the past did. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow me on this journey and for more Stoic philosophy.